on YouTube. It's you guys, Sports Law, broadcasting live again today, March 16th, 2020. Part 7, the final of the March Madness live streams regarding college basketball picks. I'm still waiting on two other brackets, or three other brackets, and that will be done at a separate time when they get closer to the actual tournaments. And it might not even be a live stream, it'll probably be just a video update at that point. But I will have covered all of the ones that matter at this point. So we're going live again today, and we have the women's NIT, or the WNIT tournament. 48 teams will compete for a chance at that title for that tournament. Round games will be between March 19th and March 21st. The second round will be March 23rd through March 24th. The Super 16 or Sweet 16 will be March 26th through 27th. The Great 8 or the Elite 8 will be March 28th through March 30th. The Fab 4 or the Final 4 will be March 31st through the April 1st. And the championship game will be played. What day will the championship game be played? It looks like the championship will be a tournament. In the first round, you have Pepperdine versus UC Davis. The winner of that game will play Southern Utah. So I'm going to go Pepperdine. All right. And so we have Air Force versus Northern Colorado. The winner of that game will play South Dakota. So I'm going to go Air Force. All right, we have Portland versus Sam Houston, and the winner of that game will play Lamar. So I'm going to go, who am I going to go? I'm going to go Sam Houston on that one. All right, so we Utah Valley, and the winner of that game will play Montana State. So I'm going to go Utah Valley. All right, next we have Norfolk State versus Loyola Chicago. The winner of that game will play Florida Gulf Coast. I'm going to go Norfolk State. All right, we have George Washington versus Bradley, and the winner of that game will be Washington on this one. All right, so now we have Florida International versus Stetson, and the winner of that one will play Abilene Christian. I think I'm going to go Stetson on this one. All right, so now we have Austin Peay playing UTRGV, and the winner of that game will play Illinois State. I'm going to go Austin Peay. Come back to the left side of that bracket here in just a moment. We have Merrimack versus NJIT, and the winner of that game plays Army. So I'm going to go Merrimack. We have Mercyhurst versus Binghamton, and the winner of that game plays LaSalle. So I'm going to go Mercyhurst. All right, we have Wake Forest versus UMES. The winner of that one will play Youngstown State. So, can y'all hear me out there in YouTube land? All right, I'm going to go Wake Forest. University versus UMBC. The winner of that game will play Marshall. And I think UMBC is better than Ohio University, so we're going to go UMBC. All right, next we have Alcorn State versus South Alabama, and the winner of that game will play Purdue Fort Wayne. I'm going to go South Alabama on that one. State. So Radford or Morehead State, I'm going to go Radford, as you can see that I put right there. We have St. Bonaventure versus Drexel. The winner of that game will play Middle Tennessee. So I'm going to go Drexel. And then you have Monmouth, Monmouth versus Lehigh, and I'm going Monmouth. All right, going back to the left side of the bracket. And what I'll do is I'll get it all the way to the championship game on that side and then go back over to the right side. So now we have Southern Utah versus Pepperdine. I'm going to go Pepperdine. We have South Dakota versus Air Force. I'm going Air Force. We have Lamar versus Sam Houston. I'm going to go Lamar. We have Montana State versus Utah Valley. I'm going to go Montana State. All right, we have Florida Gulf Coast versus Norfolk State. I'm going to go Norfolk State. All right, we have Southern Indiana versus George Washington. I'm going to go Southern Indiana. Okay, we have Abilene Christian versus Stetson. I'm going to go Stetson. Versus who's that? Austin P. So Illinois State or Austin P. I'm going to go Illinois State. All right, in the women's NIT game, Pepperdine versus Air Force, I'm going to go Pepperdine. In the game, Lamar versus Montana State, I'm going to go Montana State. State versus Southern Indiana, I'm going to go Norfolk State. All right, between Stetson and Illinois State, I'm going to go Stetson. Okay, so between Pepperdine and Montana State, I'm going to go Montana State. In the game Norfolk State versus Stetson, I'm going to go Stetson. And in the game Montana State versus Stetson, I'm going to have who am I going to have? I'm going to have Stetson getting to the over here on the right side of the bracket. We have Army versus Merrimack. I'm going to go Merrimack. We have LaSalle versus Mercyhurst. I'm going to go Mercyhurst. We have Youngstown State versus Wake Forest. I'm going to go Wake Forest. We have Marshall versus UMBC. I'm going to go Marshall. South Alabama, and I'm going to go Purdue Fort Wayne. All right, we have Arkansas State versus Radford. I'm going to go Radford. We'll have Middle Tennessee or Drexel. I'm going to go Drexel. We have Cleveland State or Monmouth. I think I'm going to go Monmouth. Alrighty, we now have Mercyhurst, and I'm going to go Merrimack. Wake Forest or Marshall, I'm going to go Marshall. For Purdue Fort Wayne versus Radford. Purdue Fort Wayne or Radford, I'm going Radford. Drexel or Monmouth, I'm going to go Monmouth. All right. Now we have and I'm going to go Merrimack. You have Radford versus Monmouth, and I'm going to go Radford. Merrimack or Radford, I'm going to go Merrimack. So for the WNIT championship, I have Stetson versus Merrimack. And I'm going to go Stetson to win the championship. So just a quick review on this. UC Davis. I have Air Force defeating Northern Colorado. I have Sam Houston defeating Portland. I have Utah Valley defeating San Francisco. I have Norfolk State defeating Loyola Chicago. I have George Washington defeating Bradley. And I have Stetson defeating Florida International. In the Stetson Abilene Christian game, I have Stetson. In the Austin P UTRGV game, I have Austin P. In the Illinois State versus Austin P, I have Illinois State. Stetson versus Illinois State, I have Stetson. Indiana versus Norfolk State, I have Norfolk State. Montana State versus Lamar, I went Montana State. Pepperdine versus Air Force, I went Pepperdine. In the game Pepperdine versus Montana State, I went Montana State. In the game Norfolk State versus Stetson, I went Stetson. And in the game Montana State versus Stetson, I have Stetson going to the national championship game. In the Merrimack NJIT game, I have Merrimack. In the Mercyhurst or Binghamton game, I have Mercyhurst. In the Wake Forest UMES game, University versus UMBC, I went UMBC. In the Alcorn State South Alabama game, I went South Alabama. In the Radford Moorhead State game, I went Radford. In the St. Bonaventure Drexel game, I went Drexel. In the Monmouth Lehigh game, I went Monmouth. So now in the Cleveland State versus Monmouth, I went with Monmouth. In Middle Tennessee versus Drexel, I went Drexel. Arkansas State versus Radford, I went Radford. Purdue Fort Wayne versus South Alabama, I went Purdue Fort Wayne. In the Marshall Wake Forest, I went Wake Forest. In the LaSalle Mercyhurst game, I went Mercyhurst. In the Army Merrimack game, I went Merrimack. In the Merrimack Mercyhurst game, I went Merrimack. Wake Forest defeats or loses to Marshall. I have Purdue Fort Wayne losing to Radford. I have Monmouth defeating Drexel. In the Monmouth Radford game, I have Radford winning that one. In the Merrimack Marshall game, I have Merrimack. In the Merrimack Radford game, I have Merrimack. And then Stetson and Merrimack play for the national title in this tournament. And I have Stetson to win that one. So that is a summary of the WNIT. That's all I have for the March Madness that I will be getting, but I will not be doing a live stream regarding them. I will just be doing a video. It'll be just a video on that one. This is the last of the live streams that I will be doing regarding March Madness picks. So with that, thank you for taking the time to hear these picks for the WNIT here on Sports Live Media. If you will, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification bell so you can be made aware of when I am doing March Madness picks for college basketball, when I have sports action videos, when I have sports education videos, when I broadcast live or subscribe to the channel. You can do so by going to www.youtube.com, the slash symbol, the at symbol, SPORTSLOV. Or you can go on the YouTube search tab and type in Sports Live Media as two words. SPORTSLOV is the first word, media as the second word, MEDIA. You'll know it's me because I have Sports Live Media burned into a basketball as my avatar. I'm also on Twitter X, and my handle there is at BobAmin16. That is at 17. A word of an announcement earlier, I mentioned that there might be a possibility of intramural recreational basketball today. That has been postponed and it will be rescheduled. I just do not know when that will be at the moment. But when it does, I will let you know, and I will provide live coverage of that game because it will be the intramural recreational basketball championship, and that game will be between D4 and Kool-Aid Jammer. The date on that has been to be determined because there were some changes that need to be made due to weather and otherwise, and so the game was supposed to take place today, taking place hopefully soon within the next few days. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to this broadcast today here on Sports Love Media. I do greatly appreciate each and every one of you.